Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, TGIF. How's everyone doing? Morning, Shirag. Morning, Ramzan. Morning, DJ. Good morning, good morning. Let me get situated here, and we'll start in just a few seconds. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Pablo. Morning, Barat. Love it. Chat is alive today. All right, so let's do a quick run through for today's session. All right. These are the two areas that I need you guys to really pay attention to, and this is where we're gonna get really active on taking some trades. All right. So again, pay very close attention so you understand why I'm grabbing these levels. 7467 to 7475. Give me one second. Where's my? I always forget to have this app up. Come on. Where is it? Thank you. All right. This supply zone slash flip zone. Why do I call it the flip zone? If you look left, this was your back in 717 and 718, right? July 17 and 18. Price has bounced there multiple times, twice to be exact, right? And once we broke right below it, and if you notice, and this is kind of a hindsight right now, but um, where did we initiate that short in yesterday's session? It was right at those rejection area, right? This is where we saw those activities. And this is where we actually initiated the short. And look what happened once we broke right through it. Rejection, right? So, I mean, that just coincides with actually our previous session's low, previous support. Now we're trading below it, right? What is it doing? Acting as a resistance. One touch during the pre-market session, two touches, three touches. So this is going to be a flip zone for me. And this is where I'll look to play either the short side, right, for rejection, or are we going to get an acceptance here, right? So if we start to kind of break above this level and we kind of consolidate, that to me, I'll view that as price acceptance, and price will probably want to, gravitate towards that 7,500 to 7,505 level. All right. Also, in yesterday, there was some just passive buyers, and they were just not willing to let go of this level. It was between 7425 to 7430. No matter, like, bears were really trying all afternoon session. They tried to push this down, aggressive sellers coming through, and they just couldn't break it. And that's why we got that, initial kind of rally or dead cat bounce in the afternoon. So two levels, 7425 to 7430. Your supply zone slash flip zone will be the 7467 to 7475. All right. So good luck today. Market is open. Stay patient. It is Friday, right? If you are green for the week, which, if you've taken the trades with us, you should be green, right? Try to protect that. Try to protect that. Maybe size down today. Good morning. Good morning. If you're a Nasdaq trader, 28,500 is also a key level, which you're getting a bounce now on that 28,500. We might need to mark this area as well. I don't know if you guys can see this, right? 700 lots, almost 800 lots of aggressive buys where you got that initial push up or where you get that a little bit of that rally. So 7460 ish level. I'm gonna mark that. But really, right, it's the supply zone here that we're really focusing on. Good morning, good morning. I'm seeing some new members here in the chat. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Stay patient today, guys. It is Friday. Not seeing anything yet, currently. Appreciate it, John. Are you an order flow trader as well? Good morning. Good morning. Morning, Proth, Kevin. GX, no, but I want to start looking into it. I need to find someone who provides that data, but I need, because there's a lot of them out there, and I don't know who to, like, which one is good. So I'll need to do some research. I don't know if you guys have anyone in mind. Ninja Trader? Ninja Trader's nice too. It's built in. Everything I use here is built in. I did not customize any, or I did not make anything. Everything is built in for Motivewave. Good morning, good morning. Yes, I trade personal. I trade personal and props. I also trade options. My option account is actually my main account that I trade on, but I'm starting to focus on features more. Morning, Nathan. It's Heatmap. It's Motivewave as well, John. Yes, it's included. Nasdaq here pulling back. Keep an eye on that 28,500. That was kind of your support there in yesterday's session. Okay, I'll take a look at it, Nathan. Haven't had a chance. No, I'm swing trading on my options. I occasionally take trades. take day trades, but it's mainly a swing now in long-term plays. I like trading props, leveraging their system, like leveraging your capital. Do you sell options? Yes, I do. Sell cover calls for long. Again, this is long term. Like those are long term plays. I also do cash secured puts and all that. All right, guys, let's focus up. Focus up. Focus up. Nothing much currently. We're kind of just consolidating here between our levels, our areas of interest. Just remember, my area of interest for a potential short is the supply zone. And then my potential area of demand is going to be the 7425 to 7430. If you weren't here 10 minutes ago, maybe rewind and see why we have those marked out. Chirag's been busy. Probably been killing it. We have about 30 people watching here. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you haven't done so already, could you please smash that like button and subscribe? Appreciate it. One thing I like about Motivewave's Heatmap is that so for Bookmap they don't put the actual numbers and how many got filled on Motivewave. It tells you how many got filled on like inside that bubble, which I like. With Bookmap, you gotta hover inside the thing to see it. I wish they have I wish Motivewave have replay mode for the heat map. Apparently they don't. Nasdaq just broke low a day. Nasdaq is a relative weakness compared to ES here. Three minutes until the 15-minute orb is formed. Global U.S. S&P Global PMI is coming out at 9:45. Good stuff, Nathan. Community, by the way, just an update. Community coming soon. I'm excited for it. I'll do the not open invitation, but open signups probably next week. Again, not everyone's gonna be able to get in it. It's just something. It's for active traders only and the people that has been here uh, and has been watching for a while. They're gonna be welcome to join in. But for those of you guys that are new, you just gotta show up here, and then I'll do another invitation. Again, it's nothing. I am not charging. It's free. Everything is free. I'm not gonna do that. I just want to create a community where everyone is active and helping each other. I don't want to build a community where you're joining a Discord and it's just you're just there to kind of watch and just you know kind of like, I don't want to say it, but like leeching off of everyone, right? I want everyone to contribute, whether you're new or you know a seasonal trader. 28,500 is starting to act as a resistance here in the Nasdaq. Again, I don't usually trade Nasdaq, but you're starting to find some big trades there, and you're kind of finding resistance. Again, it's a relative weakness. I'm going to be using that as a confluence with my ES trade. If we start to reclaim 28,500 and get above the opening price at 28,540, then I might be interested in trying to maybe scalp long here, targeting the supply zone. Getting a lot of orders here at this 7446, 7447. As you can see, delta here starting to build up about 600 positive delta. That means that those are aggressive buys getting filled. See how it reacts. Remember what we always talk about. We do not initiate a position at those big trades, right? We wait for a move, right? Either away from that zone, either upside or downside, and we look for that retest for continuation. I do not use Heatmap on the Nasdaq or footprint, right? So I only have big trades on it. I have the delta profile and I have the depth of market on the chart. The reason is that it's just price is too jittery. It's too volatile for me to read. All right, if you guys are Nasdaq trader and if you guys are able to read the order flow on that, congrats to you. I just can't. It's hard for me to read Nasdaq. It's probably going to be Discord. I mean, that's what everyone's saying. Like the platform that I'm going to be using. I don't tip. So let me tell you my stats on Fridays. Let me. I have the lowest stats out of all the days. I had the low my losing or my winning percentage on Fridays are very low. So what I typically do is I size down on that trade, especially on I actually don't trade my personal on Fridays. I only trade props on Fridays. Or at least I try not to. But yeah, Fridays are, I think I have about 40%, 45% win percentage. If you guys have TradeZella and if you guys track your if you track your journal all your trades, and this is what 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 4 years of data. 4 years of data. I don't do well on Fridays. Aggressive buys here. You can see, right? Kind of getting slapped down. That's also your orb high. Again, still a spectator. Just watching. I mean, what you can do with if you really want to trade Nasdaq with order flow with like Heatmap and DOM, is you can compress your data, right? Instead of looking at it tick by tick, right? You go every 4 points or every point, right? So you just look at net round numbers. You can, there should be an option for it where you can only see the whole numbers. Large aggressive buys there at the 7455. Here we go. 1,000 lots at 7460. Here comes the effery again. Are they going to start spoofing this again? Just like yesterday. I have about 42 people here watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys haven't done so already, please smash that like button. Big rejection so far after filling those 434 lots there. And pretty aggressive downside here. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, Nasdaq is really weak today. Let's see if we have any other. No. Nasdaq just took out yesterday's low. Wow. Yeah, below 28,400, I really don't have anything, guys, for Nasdaq. You'll need to go back like 2 months prior because you're breaking below, I think, the monthly lows there. That was way too fast of a drop. I kind of wanted to, like this trap buyer here at the top. I kind of wanted to see a push down into the opening price and kind of retracement for us to join in. But now you're just taking out the low a day. So the plan here now is, again, we're playing kind of in between the zone right now. So we do have this. So we do have this seller here, or this trap buyer here, right at the high. We can mark that. So now let's see if we can find an entry here. You know, right below that, possibly around that 7448 to 7452. Now we have trap buyers here, right? So just doing it for the visual here so you guys can see. Lots of sellers here at the 743738, and we're kind of stalling. Yes, that's 7448. Yeah, so anywhere around this area here could be a potential short. Again, you need confirmation, right? We already identified these trap buyers here at the top, right? At this 7456. So we're bearish right now, right? We have a bearish bias as long as this price is defended. But now we're not trying to chase this move. We're looking for ways. We're looking for a retracement where we can follow this move. So maybe it's going to be this 7448. Because remember, there's also a positive delta that before this was printed, there was some positive delta that came in here. That's why you got that push up here. And you're getting that same print at that same level. And this time it's aggressive sells. So yes, that's a good Roshan. That could be a potential area of interest. The thing is, I kind of don't want this area to get hit, right? I kind of want it to bounce here now, because then we'll use this one as a target. But now if this gets touched before getting a retracement, now I'm going to look for ways to be long, targeting this area here. You understand what I'm saying, guys? That's how I'm like framing it right now. I understand that we are bearish bias right now just due to the fact that we got that, but how far are you going to be bearish? Up to this point, we've identified this level from yesterday's session. I cannot be bearish if we touch this level. If anything, I'm going to look for longs here, right? For upside. Now, if we start breaking below 7425, then maybe we can look for a short opportunity here as well. Buyers are really trying here, as you can see, at this 64, 37 area, 36. They're trying to push price higher, but someone is passively selling. This can also be, pay attention also, this could also be considered as a low volume node, right? Between 7440 to 7443. A thousand lots now, guys. A thousand positive delta here. You can also see that on the footprint here, right there. 7436, 7437. News it coming in 2 minutes. Okay. What's coming out? I thought PMI came out at 9:45. Is there another one? Area of interest, guys. This is area of interest for me. Buyers are now, they lift, the price came up, and now we're retesting that same level that we're getting those positive delta prints. Let's see if they can defend this. I might look for a quick scalp targeting 7444 and then 7448. Again, just keeping an eye here. It's really building here. You can also view this, okay? The other side, you can also view this as sellers absorbing those aggressive buys. That's why you're not seeing a lift, right? You're not seeing a push up. You got a little bit of a pop, and guess what? You're trading right below it. You can also view it that way. So again, we're gonna wait for a move on either side, and let's look for a retracement there. New home sales. GX levels work. It does. It does. It does. I used to be an options trader. Um, it does have an effect. It does have an effect if you know how to use it. I'm liking this, guys. I'm liking this for a long. Let's see. Is order flow better than ICT? Do you want to know my opinion? My honest opinion? I'm not an ICT trader, but I know the concept of it. My opinion is ICT traders are, you know, ICT concept and order flow are kind of the same. It's just that ICT traders are predicting and assuming, you know, the levels, like the liquidity sweep, where the buyers and sellers are. Order flow can tell where the buyers and sellers are. They can see it through the big trades, through the basically watching the bid and ask and how orders are being filled. So ICT traders are basically order flow traders that don't look at order flow. You get what I'm trying to say? I have no I have nothing against ICT traders. In fact, I applaud them. I I envy them because and I'm kind of jealous because they're able to execute the trades without even looking at the order flow. And for the people that are profitable using ICT without seeing how the numbers work, it's like wow, right? Low volume, they're basically the same. Low volume node, fair value gap, yeah. But the thing is, fail, fa how they draw their fair value gap is through candlestick formation. We draw our fair value gap through volume profile, right? So There's a difference there. With candlestick, it's kind of hard, right? Because you're just drawing the gap. You don't really know if it's truly a gap. All right, keeping an eye here, guys. I'm still, again, trying to be patient here and being conservative on the entry. But again, we're seeing these aggressive buys here that's building up at that 7436. We're seeing this 744 test now in the opening price. Now what I want to see is an aggressive pullback where this is supported. I might take a long there. For a short, I need to see some tests above zone 7448 to 7452 area. This will be an area of interest for me. This might be a trap buyer here again at 7443. Do I have a Discord group? No. But we will soon, but it's invite only. It's only for serious traders. I might take a stab here, guys. Right? We bounce at that level. Just looking for one more confirmation here. Again, it's going to be a scalp. This is not a positional trade. I'm not going for 7 to 10 points. I'm just going for possibly a 3 to 5 point scalp here. More buy orders, as you can see here, right? Buyers, buyers, buyers. They're attempting, and what's the price doing? You're starting to stall here. About 47 people here, guys. If you guys haven't done so already, smash that like button. Let's get to 20 likes. We have 12 right now, so I need 8 of you guys to kind of like the stream. Greatly appreciate it. I might take the short stop above the 744s. Keeping a close eye here. What are you guys thinking? You guys thinking short or long? There's 50 for retracement as well. Short. Look, all these buyers, they're really attempting here. They're really trying. There's the push. Keeping an eye here. Chirag is long. I just like the bounce here. So this is your, again, this is your level, right? I like the bounce here. If you're looking to play the long, you will target this overnight lows and orb high or orb low. If I want to be short, I'm looking inside the zone. Here's a 7448 getting tested. They just spoofed that order. They moved it up. Still 1,000 lots sitting at 7450. That's where your VWAP is as well. They just removed it again. Yeah, guys, I think that was the buyers there at 7436. I think that was our area. And then it was just tricky because you were getting rejected here at the 7442. And then right here as well, right? There was just a lot of buying and then price wouldn't budge. Now that we're breaking above it, now is it the time to look for longs? Or are we still putting an emphasis on this trap buyer here at the top? Seller there at 7449, 7450. Just straight up, straight down. He's back, the spoofer. At 7457. There's two now, right? There's two orders there now sitting at 7457, 7458. 1,000 lots each. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm focusing up right now. I think I like this short here. Just looking for more confirmation. I think I need to see a swipe of I kind of want to see a swipe of the 7454. I kind of want to see this push up and then immediately get trades below. Nasdaq struggling at the prior low level at 28,432. Whoa, whoa. Watching this here, they just pulled that order again at seven. There's one more lot, 1,000 lot there, 7458. They just removed that again as well. Same pattern as yesterday, guys, right? Where they kind of spoof the order for price to get there and then they remove it. I'm looking for a short here, guys. I'm gonna target the 7444, 742 first. Waiting for confirmation. And we're just not getting any like retracements here. It's just literally straight rejections. That's it. Like you get these big orders coming in, got rejected, followed by sellers, and just straight down. We're not even getting just a little bit of retracement to join that. It's just, man, see, just literally straight down. Like, if you were gonna enter this short, where would you enter after the rejection there? I understand that we've identified that trap buyer there, right? But again, the way that this moved, it looked pretty bullish. And then you got those, you know, large aggressive buys and sells at the same time, right? And you just straight down 10 points. Watching this 7453, guys. 7453. If I take this short, I'll look to enter short around there. Stop loss is going to be probably 57s or above 59s, like the highs. But right now you're already getting the move. Man, this was such an A plus setup, man. Trap buyers, you don't chase the move, right? You get a push up, retest, rejection. This is if you guys are, if you guys follow me on Twitter or X, it's the same like the trade recaps that I do, the setup that I do on absorption play. This is it. And it already hit our target at the 74s, 744s. We have about less than 15 minutes until the initial balance is formed at 10:30. It's so crazy. Enter the retest. Nice, Rashawn. Did anyone else took that short there? I took it. Nice. Yeah, this would have been your target, right? The opening price 7444 and the orb, and then right below that, you would look to target. Your final target would be this, the 7436, where you saw those large aggressive buy orders. Short at 7459. Let's go. Minimum trade size is 150 on those big trades. And your also your other confirmation, right? If you look at Nasdaq, where did we reject on Nasdaq? Nasdaq had a big trade at 950, about 200 lots right at that prior low, and also the prior low got rejected. Duvan, of course you would. I mean, it'll be risk make it risk free, right? So if you've trimmed already, move your stop loss to break even. That's a risk free trade. So it's no stress. You've already taken profits, and then your last con that you're holding, just move it to break even. 1,000 lots sitting at, they moved it from 7460 to 7449. It just got filled. It just got filled. So let's see the reaction here. 1,000 lots. Any other liquidity above? No. There's one at 7465. Nothing significant. Still watching. $50K each trade usually. So I haven't been putting on much size on the 50Ks. So what I've been doing is sizing small just due to, just just the uncertainty in the market. So I've only been positioning 3 to 5 micros, but usually I would size my normal size is between 5 to 10 micros, and I'm risking about $200 to $250 on each trade, and my profit target's usually about 10 points. If you guys watch my previous videos, it's usually around 10 points, and we usually take profits between 10 to 15 points on our trades. On scalps, it's a different story, but that's usually my target. I usually have a 2 to 1 or 1 to 2 risk to reward. I usually risk 3 to 5 points and 7 to 10 point profit target. Flex. I got the flex. For evals, I try to be more aggressive on evals. Definitely between 5 to 10 micros. Even on funded. On funded, I'm usually within that range. And again, it depends on the volatility of the market, but my risk is always the same. I'm usually risking between 200 to 250. So I will position size accordingly based on the volatility of the market. For example, if it's very, very volatile, if we're getting like 20, 30 point move, I'm not going to be grabbing, 5 contracts and having only 5 point stop, right? I'll probably grab 2 micros and having a 10 point stop, because that makes more sense to me. Does that make sense? So I position size based on the volatility in the market. The max I will do for if I'm really being aggressive is 500 per trade. And again, I'm always going for 1 to 2, right? So if I'm risking 500, I'm usually going for 750 to 1,000 for target. No trades yet, guys, for me. I mean, there were trade ideas here. As you can see, the trad buyers, we were looking for uh, potential short. I missed that trade. You got that perfect rejection, push down. You're still getting that rejection here, but now remember, we're seeing these aggressive buys here. 7449, and then we had some at 7436. And we're currently in a balanced range, right, between 7460 and 7430. So there's a 30-point range in between. 3 minutes until the initial balance is formed. Seven four 1,000 lots of passive limit cells sitting there. DK, yeah, a break and retest, but the thing is, you have a supply zone here, remember? So it's like kind of your risk to reward there is not that much, right? Because you can this is a rejection zone. You're nearing the supply zone, so to me, it'll be a lower probability if you're looking for a break and retest. If I'm looking to play long, I'm actually looking for longs here, because we already got the bounce off of this. Buyers already defended this level multiple times, right? You defended here, and then you got that retest. You defended here. Is this going to be a new higher low formation? Is this where the next, leg up here? Like I'm contemplating whether to get into position here at this 7448s. Looking for a breakout, right? Anticipating a break out of the zone, right? So now our cost basis is down here. So this to me, the risk reward here is much better. But if it gets rejected here, you're gonna take profits, right? And then, but then, just grabbing a positioning down here has a higher probability for me and a better risk to reward than trying to grab it at the break and retest up here. Aggressive sellers here. I'm gonna try this short, guys. I'm short. Stop loss is gonna be above 7450s, above this print. As you can see, saw some sellers there coming in, retested that level where the big trades is and got rejected. Looking to target the 40s here first. I want to see how price react there. This is an aggressive entry for me. I would not want this seller here to get trapped. I would want this to break now. If this doesn't break, this 744s, we might get a bounce there. So this 744s needs to break. We need to break that, or else we're gonna bounce here. I don't like that. Here's the VWAP. So now that we're trading below this level, you can see that it's starting to act as a resistance, right? Which is a good sign, but we need to see some follow through, more aggressive sellers here coming in. We need to push through the 74s. If we break the 74s, I think we can see 40s easily. But we cannot bounce here. We do not want to see sellers absorption here. Passive buyer at the 74s. We need that to break. That's going to be our confirmation for a bearish move. 74s need to break. That is also your opening price. More aggressive sellers there at the 45s. Again, looks like they're getting absorbed. We need a push here. Sellers need to get aggressive down here. They're trying. Here's another try, the 74s. More aggressive sellers, 200 lots there. You need pressure now. You do not want this to stall or inbounce. You do not want to stall. If you're a bear, if you're in this position, you do not want it to stall. You want follow through here, which we're getting a little bit here. Up about 5 points here. More aggressive sellers coming in. I don't like that. I don't like that. I might get out soon here. Aggressive buys at the 46. I have to get aggressive here, guys. Sellers need to get aggressive here. They just moved the 1,000 lot at 7,450s. From 7,460s to 7,450s. They're gonna attract the price here, aren't they? Remember what's been happening? Whenever they do that, they try to attract price and then they remove the order. Hopefully that's not the case this time. Got a break here, guys. I need to see some large aggressive trades here. Aggressive sellers coming in at the 74s. Trying here again. Struggling. Here's more aggressive sellers trying to step in at the 44s. Another one at the 43s. And what's price doing? You're just hovering here. I do not like this. This could be viewed as you know, absorption here. Need the sellers to keep pressure. If you're in a NASDAQ short, there's liquidity at the 290s and 280s. I really don't have any level down there, but those are your liquidity zones. If you guys are in a NASDAQ short. Come on, Bears. Really trying here. Here they are. We're up about 6 points here. 7 points. We're up 7 here, guys. This is a potential bounce area. Remember, this is where the buyers were earlier. A large aggressive buyer being absorbed there. That's a good sign. You want to push down here. We want this guy to be trapped, right? This buyer here at 7440, we want that guy to be trapped. Good rejection. You got to push through here. I don't want no retest. I do not want to retest here. Bears gotta really put pressure here now. If 37 breaks, watch out. I think we might take low a day. If 38s break. I wouldn't want it to get above 44s here. I would like it to stay below 42s. Need it to stay below 42s here. Watch this 38s, guys. Watch this 38s. 37 and 38s. The reason why we're getting a bounce there, that's where the buyers were earlier, remember. Trying to be patient here. I'm gonna put my stops here now at 44s. Above 44s. Trade is valid as long as that acts as a resistance. More sellers coming in here at the 38s. It's not the 40s. It's the 38s. Remember those buyers there that we mentioned earlier that we saw? That's why you got that initial push up. It's the 37 and 36, I believe. If you want to rewind back and see where those came. You guys know the rules though. When you're up 7 to 10 points, you want to start managing your position. Either move your stop loss to break even, take some profits, whatever the case may be. Not financial advice. Stay below the 42s. Come on, bulls, just let go. Just let go. Here's the next try. We're up about 10 points here now, guys. Come on, I just need one more push down. One more aggressive push down. One more push down. Come on. Don't be shy. Come on. There we go. Need pressure here. Go. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sellers, step in, step in. Step in at the 35. Step in, step in. You gotta step in here. You wanna get rewarded? Step in on this. Moving might take profits. We're up about 13 points here now, guys. All right, I'm out. Good job. I am out from 46.50 to 36.25. I am out on that one. All right, questions now. First, do you guys understand why I took the short? Did you guys understand the setup? Did I walk through it clearly? Any questions? I need inputs. I need feedback. I'll go through it again, but I just need everyone to kind of comment here real quick. All right, so let's go through it real quick because I'm not gonna take any trades right now until let's just put an alert here at 7/430s because there might be another trade to be had here. Put an alert at 7/30s and the 60s. All right. So here's the thought process. First things first. We saw those trap buyers, right? We saw the trap buyers that occurred here. Price came down, right? But also mentioned there were some large orders that was occurring between the 48s and the 49s, right at market, right in the morning. Lots of them, and I kept mentioning it, but price was not really, making an impact there. Price pushed down, and then we saw those aggressive buyers that was stepping in here, but price was stalling. So that's why I kind of wanted to initiate a long, but I wanted to wait. We had an impulse move up, we came down, and I missed this entry here. Price moved up again, and then right at this level, right at where the trap buyers were, this was an A+ setup. This, to me, I think this was the easiest trade. If you guys review my X, this is the setup that we look for. It's an A+ setup. Absorption, retest, rejection, followed by big trades. We missed this entry as well, and then once we got this bounce, this 1000 lot was a little weird where it's coming from. So if you look at the heat map here, right, it came in off of this push, right? We pushed up right at VWAP, 1000 lots, and as soon as we were coming up at this same level, right, I noticed something. There was kind of a shift. I thought I thought the buyers were gonna try pushing this up, but as you can see here, every pop now, right, every pop, you see those green bubbles, were being sold into. And then we were making lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. And as soon as I saw this aggressive seller, come in and you get a little bit of pop and you get a rejection, this right here, this was our entry. You see that break with aggression and a retest and a push down? That was my confirmation there. I wanted to put my stop loss above the 50s since that's where I saw those sellers, and that's also where where we saw those big trades here. And more confirmation off of this trade, right? If you missed that, was the 74s break. I mentioned that hey, we're seeing a lot of absorptions here. If we want to take this short, right, or if we want to see a confirmation of a short, we want to break of 74s, and that's what we got. We got a break of the 74s, right? This could have been your entry here, right at this level, or maybe even the 40s, right? Understood. That was a good trade. I think again the A plus, the easiest trade would have been this rejection here. I mean, just look at how clean it was. Look at how clean the rejection. Look how clean the move was. I mean, this one we had a little bit of a stall here at the 74s, right? The 744s, but I mean, it was still a good trade. But to me, it wasn't really an A plus setup. No, it's 400 seconds, right? So the time chart is 400 milliseconds, and it's per order. It's not a tick chart. You got the perfect exit too? Yeah, because I knew. Remember, this was our target was going to be around this area, right? And I just wanted to see if if we can get a follow through off of that 38 break. But as soon as we got there, um, the 33s kind of held. I didn't like how it held, and we're trading at the lows, right? Typically, what you want to do is if you're looking to, a perfect way to put your profit or to take profit is obviously at the break of lows, right? But if you start to see some bounce there, you might want to kind of either move your stop loss or just take profits. Why didn't you think the buyers were going to get control of the 7443? For me, my risk was at the 50s, right? And then the 44s was down here. For me, my stop, like that, I accepted the risk, right? I knew that there's going to be activities at the 74s, and the 74s was going to be key for, continuation to the downside. So I already pre-planned that going into the trade. So yes, I accepted the risk. But again, I think continue to be bearish. You're still inside this range, right? You're bearish and right on top of this zone, and you're bullish at the bottom of this range, right? This is my rule when price is ranging. You short the high, you buy the low, until either that range breaks. I try my best not to enter in between the zone. I try my best, unless there's a there's a good confirmation of a move. All right, guys, sounds good. Um, I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit more. I think there's one more trade to be had here. But going forward, if you guys like for the rest of the session here, just keep an eye on this 7430 to 7425. Try not to be overly bearish once you hit this zone here, right? This is your area of support. If you look to the left, and how we got that is if you look at yesterday's session, right? There's lots of orders that was hitting the sell orders here, like literally a lot, and price continued to was holding, and then now you got that kind of a sweep below the lows and then just a push up in yesterday's session. So that is key for me. for today. As long, if we do test that level today and we find some, aggressive buyers or sellers being absorbed, I'm gonna take a stab at this. Looking to play the long, right? Possibly targeting the 38th to the 41st into the 44th. Your confirmation for a reversal here is if 74's break. You're gonna look for, to target the highs for today. I don't know why I need to change that setting. It keeps blocking you, but let me read it. Rashawn said, bro, come on, like, what would be ideal con size for 25K for the eval and funded? I was treating eval like funded, needed to be more aggressive on eval, right? No. So it's a mental thing. It's up to you, whatever you're comfortable with. What I would do, if you value your time, right? For me, I value my time. So I try to be more aggressive in evals and try to get it passed. But if you're at a position where you're still trying to, figure out yourself and what type of trader you are, you want to follow the setup, if you're still beginning or you're still finding your ways, I think treat eval as if it's funded, right? And you're not, I know it's hard, I know it's really hard, but try to trade and just follow your process instead of thinking of it like I gotta pass this, right? Don't think about it like in some type of monetary gain. Just focus on your setups, execute on your setups, and just follow the process. And I promise you, you'll gain more from that than trying to go for that monetary gain. All right, guys, sounds good. Everyone's good. I'm gonna post the recap on X, and if you don't follow me already, I think it's a good follow, guys. I post the trade recaps there, and my game plan today I kind of didn't because I was out, but I'm gonna head out here soon. The kids wants to go to the park, so I gotta take them out. It is Friday, but hope you guys had a good one. Hope you guys were green for today, and try. I mean, we're coming into a weekend, right? During the weekend, try to put at least 3 to 4 hours and just reviewing the trades that we took or the trades that you took, right? And try to get something out of it, whether it's winners or losers. And if those are good setups, good winners, try to replicate that into the next week. But other than that, guys, have a good one. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you guys back here next week. Peace.